Hello YouTube, 'tis I again, posting another video. Today I wanted to talk about a topic that some of you may find a little bit grim, but I think it's an interesting one to talk about. The other day, and by the other day I mean today, I was indulging in the male bathroom at a urinal, and I noticed a stain on the urinal. And I thought, oh, that's an interesting looking stain. I'm going to pee on it, because why not? And I thought I was exercising a great right to free will, only to then later realise, hang on a minute, they've put this here on purpose. And I felt very deceived, like I believed that I was following into my own personal free will, when in reality I was falling into some scheme to benefit others. And so by that point, when I realised, I thought, I'm going to piss all over this urinal now. But by the time I'd realised, I'd run out, and I was devastated. I thought, how could I be so foolish as to fall for this trap? But you live and you learn, I suppose. So next time you see a stain on the urinal, it could be there to trick you into thinking you want to piss on it, but don't fall into their trap. Anyways, moving on from that, just felt really devastated by it, and I had to get that one out of me. I wanted to talk about parties and clubbing, something that I don't particularly do. Maybe I did when I was 17, 18. But I grew out of it, which is quite an interesting thing to think about, actually, because the legal drinking age in most countries is 18. In America, I know it's 21. In the UK, I believe you can drink from 12, so long as it's in your house and with your parents' consent, but it's only things like Wickeds and very low volume of alcohol drinks. You can't be giving them vodka and Fireball and whatnot. But I find that interesting because, obviously, as we know, teenagers, they all drink before 18, at least most. 99% of people, myself included. I had my first sip of alcohol at 16, and I believe there's a video up on this channel somewhere, or another channel, of me throwing up that same night. And my dad said, don't drink champagne, you're going to throw up. I said, fuck off, Dad, I know what I'm doing. And then my friends kept egging me on into drinking more and more champagne before I chugged the whole bottle while playing video games. Eventually I said to my friends, I need to sit on the couch and just chill out for a minute. And then I did that. I didn't come back because I ended up calling God through the big white telephone, for those of you that understand what I mean. And anyways, moving on from that, my point is, you get bored of drinking. At least I do. I got bored of it ages ago, so I very rarely drink, really. And so why is it that 18 is the legal drinking age, when by the time you reach that age you think, been there, done that? Or maybe you go, hey, I'm 18, I can now legally drink. So you think, right, I'm gonna go to a club. You get there, bouncers there like this, got to be 21 to get in. You think, oh, for fuck's sake, 21? Bloody hell, I'm 21 now. I've not been into a club at 21. I went to one club once in my life. It was Boyd's in Gibraltar, and it was like 3 AM or something like that, because they open at ridiculous o'clock. All for the unemployed. Sorry if I offend anybody with what I say, but I believe that clubs are just there for the degenerates. They're people who have no job, or if they do have a job, it's like, fucking hell, how do they even survive getting to the club at 3, staying there till 7, and then going to work at 9? Like, how do you even function? But I digress. You go into a club and it is a crap atmosphere, to say the least. So first off, they charge you an arm and a leg to get in. In my case, it was £10. I thought, goodness, that's 2 whole drinks. But not in that club. No, that's 1 drink. You think, okay, fine, it's not all that bad. You're in the outside bit to begin with. You're looking around, you're seeing some people smoking weed, other people just straight up snorting cocaine in front of everyone, and nobody gives a fuck. You've got these little CO2 canisters, like my dad used to shoot BB guns and stuff with these air canisters, and they're exactly the same. I don't know how these people are ingesting this and turning it into some form of addiction, but they were doing it. Yeah, you see all of them scattered around the floor. You think, oh, lovely, this is delightful. Okay, well, I'm going to get away from these degenerates doing drugs, and I'm going to go inside and enjoy the music. Only to hear the absolutely worst drivel ever. You know, I've never been a fan of chants, but I don't think this was chants nor my taste. It was just some sort of foul, disgusting music that I don't think anybody could possibly enjoy, especially not myself, being a first timer to a club. I think, okay, well, you know, I can dance to it anyway. It's like bum 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 bum. I think it's stiff as a statue because I'm not enjoying it. It's not fun. I think, okay, fine. I'm just going to go and get a drink, and I'm going to enjoy myself just while being here because I've paid £10 to get in. I might as well enjoy the time I'm here. So I start making my way to the bar, which crowded as fuck. I'm like, oh, come on, squeeze past, squeeze past, squeeze past. Some cunt pushes you. You think, oh, for fuck's sake, go round him. Then you get to the bar, and you realise I can't even get fucking close. You know, the bar's maybe another 10 metres away, and there's just a swarm of people around the bar. You see the bartender working like fuck, but it doesn't matter because he cannot keep up with the demand. The supply just is not there. They need to have a bar that wraps around the entire circumference of the place in order to serve everybody at an equal distribution, but then it would just become even more packed. And so at that point in time, I'm thinking, what the fuck am I doing here? I've paid £10 to get in, there's people doing drugs outside, it's crowded as fuck, the music is shit, and I can't get to the bar. Why do people go to this? It's horrible. But people still do. I can understand, you know, enjoying a drink on the back deck of a boat, which is what I do sometimes. There was a video I did with my mother, I think last week or something, when I had well, I say a small glass. We only have pint glasses on the boat, but we only put a bit into the glass. And I enjoyed that. It was just that one glass I had. The time before that, I can't even remember because I don't really drink. But I don't understand alcoholics and people who like to go out and socialise. I get it. Some people might say, oh, it's the social aspect of going out and hanging out with your friends. You think, right, okay. How many of you here are single? You know, single. Oh, you've got a boyfriend. Oh, right, yes. And what are you doing out here without your boyfriend? Oh, what's that? You're here to cheat on him, eh? Oh, lovely. That's amazing. Good to know that the place is here full of a fun crowd. Yeah, that's just how I see it, isn't it? Anyways, thank you very much for listening to my my sort of rant, if you've enjoyed, and I will catch all of you in my next video. So, good night, and may your God go with you.